Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your personalized reading for the week of April 25th to May 1st, 2021. This is a general reading, so take with you whatever resonates and leave behind for others what does not. To get a wider view of your week, be sure to check out your readings for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. In this reading, we're going to be taking a look at this first row, which is the energy that you are leaving in this middle row. We're going to look at the core vibe of your week. And in this last row here, we're going to check out messages from your future self. So what you have in the energy you're leaving is this growth card. So there it's a sense of kind of learning, pruning away what, is no longer serving your best interest, and investing in what is for your best and highest good. What you are coming into this week, the core vibe, you have never-ending story. Now that is basically something where you just, a cycle you kind of can't get out of. Perhaps you're someone that always lose stuff, and you or someone who's constantly getting blamed for things you didn't do, or someone who's has horrible luck with dating. Usually it's not a never-ending positive story. It's usually, something where you're kind of doing the same things over and over again, where you're the victim, you're the one that pretty much gets the raw end of the deal. And here in the message from your future self, you have staying focused, hold the course. So basically this concept of keeping your eye on the prize of what you want in life. And also, holding the course is kind of like keep going, but also it's not necessarily going to be smooth sailing. You're going to have to kind of maneuver your way. And when you kind of get lost, you need to kind of refocus on the point of your destination. So let's get some cards for context here. Let's look at this growth. You have the Magician, Eight of Wands, and Temperance. So it's really something where you recognized your ability, you were, feeling confident, you were moving forward and progressing, a sense of really recognizing your talents and feeling, in the zone, like feeling balanced, feeling like you could and create whatever it is you wanted for yourself. We'll do further clarifications once I go through like the basis of this. But here, it seems like you were feeling like in a good place. You were creating what you wanted and learning and growing and moving forward. So let's see what's going on with this never-ending story. You have Six of Wands, you have Knight of Swords, and you have the Tower. Okay. So there's a sense of, feeling good, riding this wave of positivity and confidence. And it seems like perhaps, either someone came in and challenged you or challenged your belief or something along those lines. And now it's like everything that was going good is just crap. Or everything you thought was going good was crap. This Knight of Swords could also be, for some of you, it could be an individual that took you off your game, in terms of they were coming in hot and heavy, swooped in, and you really kind of were distracted by this individual, and they kept going, and you were like, what happened there? But with this Tower card, it's a sense of, divine intervention coming in and exposing the weakness in a certain foundation you had for a belief that you had built up in your, in your heart, in your mind, whatever it is. And it takes some time to build this tower. So it seems like your never-ending story could be, bricks in this tower that help build that up. Or maybe this situation where you're like, you're doing great, and then something comes in. Either someone comes in and throws you off your game, whether it's in romance or work, or you just decide to that you've got something and you just decide to do something rash, and that ends up to your downfall. It's going to be different, situations for different people, but I think the general common idea is that there was a really kind of a sense of growing strong here, and then just then this happened to me. So let's see this hold the course, staying focused. 3 of Wands, 9 of Swords, 3 of Cups. Okay. So it's basically whatever this growth was, it's almost as an idea of hey, remember what that was? There was a goal you had in mind, and you have to stay focused on what that was. And you may need help in that. You might need friends to help you out, a network, somebody to help you out, because it seems like you're going to have some issues with anxiety, worrying over things, and really that's part of staying focused, is the ability to deal with all these swords here. And the person in the 9 of Swords, they can't even open their eyes and see. So really this staying focused is kind of not only on the end goal, but really getting even through wanting to open your eyes, get dressed, and walk out the front door. For some of you, could be that situation. So let's take a look at the 8 of Wands here. You had the 6 of Cups. So in here, it's on this growth card, it's like a flower or plant, and that's exactly what's in these cups. So it's almost as if, you really have progressed from what your idea of what it would be to be a grown-up and really making your way in the world and being of use, being productive, kind of really contributing even. That was really moving forward for you. So let's look at the Magician. You have the 2 of Cups. So I think for some of you, it's really like you were able to communicate well. You were able to, you know, here I see it as it could be you and your higher self and not you and just another individual, but I think it is as well. Like you really could develop relationships, friendships. You really were in your, kind of coming into your person of having a really powerful ability to create new relationships with people of all sorts. So let's see what's going on with this Temperance card. And you have the Three of Cups here. So you have the Three of Cups twice. So really it seems like you were able to not only kind of be in a position to excel personally, you were really even really involved in your community with friends. Could be like a professional organization, be sorority type thing, even just social friends, coworkers, something along those lines. But really, it seems like everyone even thought you had it together, and that you were really creating, what you wanted for yourself. So let's take a look at the Six of Wands. You have the Four of Pentacles, which is really about being, about material stability, security, and having a solid foundation. But also, this Four of Pentacles occurs on a stage, it looks like, outside of the city, kind of far away from everyone else. So, to some degree, perhaps whatever you were doing here, it calls into question whether these accolades that you're getting, the support from your community, if you felt that you needed it in order to feel confident about yourself, or you were kind of thinking that or feeling that I almost want to say it's like a false, not false, what's the word? Something that you could do well in, but your heart really wasn't in it. Something just where you just did it because that's what you know. I'm trying to think of something kind of like, going to school and doing well in a certain subject and really not stretching your mental muscles to do something else because you're secure and you do one thing well and you're kind of afraid of trying something else. That's kind of what I was going with there. But that might not be the case. That might just be like, you were doing well, you were starting out at a new job, new career, and kind of really being independent. It could be that as well. So let's look at the Knight of Swords. You have the Eight of Wands. So to some degree, like I said, this could be a moment where you were feeling like you're growing, you're going, you're progressing, and you just did something that really was something that you did backwards. You just did something, you felt you needed to do it, you didn't really think it through clearly, and bit you in the butt. For other people, it could be, again, someone who was coming at you in terms of Someone that you maybe, like if it was someone at work or someone at school who is your competition in a way, then kind of, that person threw you off your game or something along those lines. But for other people, it could be, someone kind of came in, tried to swoop in and try to charm you, and you didn't think much about it because you're quickly growing and doing awesome, and they're quickly pursuing you, and you went that way. So let's see what this Tower brings out. You have Page of Swords. Page of Swords is really kind of can be an immature energy when it comes to information. Just not having all the information, possibly spying, possibly, I tend to think of the Page of Swords as someone who is kind of like the Knight of Swords. They're really not sticking around to read the instructions on something before they use it. Like for example, someone who gets a toy for Christmas, like a toy lightsaber or sword for Christmas, and just starts swinging it around, and doesn't really look who's around them, doesn't look that it's not fully assembled, and you need to assemble it before you start swinging things around, and it flies off and it hits somebody, something along those lines. And it's kind of a situation where for some of you it is kind of seeming, and this is maybe overconfidence about something that really you didn't have a full grasp of. And for others, it could be, romance. But because you're able to connect with people on all different levels, it really could affect any, of those types of situations. But I think it really was a blow to your ego. But in terms of the never-ending story, it's that's kind of for each individual to figure out what it is that they seem to not be able to get right. But here, this concept of even growth in the first place, maybe there's something back here that you felt accomplished, that you were able to overcome, and it kind of happened again. So let's take a look at the Nine of Swords here. You have the Six of Pentacles, which is really, balancing wants and needs, trying to get a sense of harmony going on. And it also kind of says, if you are in a position where you need help, ask for help. You have friends, you have connections here. And if you find yourself in a position to help others, then definitely help others. But with it clarifying the Nine of Swords, it's almost as recognize what your wants and needs are. If you need help, ask for it. Then it's almost as if you're going to be in a better position, and you could one day help other people and pay it forward. So let's look at the Three of Wands. You have the Ace of Wands here. So definitely this kind of staying focused, holding the course, and getting back on track. You are able to, with this Ace of Wands, you are able to grow again. Ace of Wands is all about bringing, an offer of energy, spark of life. It's creating something, and it's growing. You have on this, You have, again, growth card, and you have all these like little leaves here sprouting on this wand. So, you know, this progress, yeah, it's almost as if like the never-ending story is like this progress, this growth, and then you just like took 20 steps back. Something where there was a sense of your immaturity, your sense of not feeling secure, and trying to overcompensate somehow. But let's look at the Three of Cups. You have the Nine of Wands here, which is kind of really being prepared to fight for what you have, to protect what you have, but really feeling worn down. So for some of you, it may have to do with like some type of backstabbing with friends. For others, this is kind of saying rely on your friends to help you out. And basically, it's almost as if, yeah, I'm seeing both sides of that now. But really, this card still holds merit in the sense of, if you need help, definitely ask for help from your true friends. If you're feeling that your friends are not being supportive, then that's something to consider. Is it part of your growth to keep them as, in your circle? Is that for your best and highest good? Maybe here with, you're pruning away what's not for your best and highest good. Maybe there are some people that you weren't really talking to at that point. And you need to kind of reconsider that now. Or, like I said, if you're finding that you're feeling burnt out, you're feeling like a lot of anxiety, definitely talk to your friends. They can help you out, keep you focused, stay on course, give you some feedback, something along those lines. So I'm hoping that this reading provides a helpful perspective of the week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.